Damn, why are you all seductive right now? He's like, yeah.
DJ Easy Dick.
All right, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Betamax. My name is Fidel. Joining me on this episode is Jose and Juan.
Juan.
What's up, guys?
Hell
What's
yeah.
up, dude? So,
So movies.
You guys watch movies?
Sometimes. You said you were thinking of possibly getting the A-List eventually? AMC?
Eventually.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just need like time and
Yeah.
space
Yeah.
to be able to just go to the movies.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Maybe it depends on like, just because like, you know, we do a lot of baseball stuff.
Yeah.
So it gets like, it takes a lot of time. So
Just neglect your family, dude.
that's what I'm thinking. You know, it makes the most sense.
You had recently renewed yours, Juan?
Yeah. When you told me, you're like, I just renewed mine. I'm like, all right. I did it on the spot.
Yeah. Did you get the deal? Because
Yeah, it was only $1.
Yeah, I was like,
I was
oh
like,
shit.
Hell yeah.
It was only $1 for like the first month, so I was like, fuck yeah. That's why I told Eddie. I'm not sure if he renewed his. I'm pretty sure he did because like he was gonna go see The Mummy with us today, but like he's taking the day off. But
Yeah, fucking bitch.
But yeah, like when I saw that, because that's the reason why I renewed it, because I got an email saying like, oh, renew now for. I was like, oh fuck yeah. So
yeah, I didn't even see that. I just clicked. I'm like, wait, it's only saying 99 cents.
yeah, dude.
That would get me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's for new subscribers too.
Really?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm trying to do that right now.
Well, I had mine before,
Yeah.
but then it also said about a 3-month commitment. I don't know if it said it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're not, once you sign up, you can't cancel it until like 3 months.
Yikes.
Yeah. This is fine. That's why I want to utilize it more. Like what I used to do when I had it before was every Sunday I'd go to the movies, even sometimes twice in one day. Usually on Sundays. So I'm gonna start utilizing it a lot more. That's why I was inclined to go see the Mummy. Yeah. So it was
So how was The Mummy?
so when I saw like the trailer for it, I was like, oh, this looks pretty interesting, looks pretty cool, you know. Lee Cronin, I'm not familiar with that filmmaker, but like his name is displayed in a way where like I should be, I guess.
Like,
But-
like during the movie?
Like in the title, it's called Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, oh, like I was under the impression, I don't know why I thought this, but that it was going to be directed by Lee Winnell, the guy who did The Invisible Man and Wolfman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like and who wrote Saw. Like I don't know why I thought he was the director. I don't know if I saw that somewhere, but when I saw it was like directed by Lee Cronin, I was like, I don't know that name. Not familiar with that name. So I was like, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I feel like after watching the movie, I'm kind of glad I used my A-list for it. Not that I didn't like the movie, but it's just, it kind of under-delivered for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, what did you think of it, Juan?
I feel the same way. I had no idea about anything about the movie.
Yeah.
Like you just said, want to go watch it. I'm like, all right, I'm down.
Yeah.
Like you didn't know that there was like a new Mummy movie?
I saw it somewhere online, like maybe a random ad on Instagram or Twitter
YouTube or something like that.
Yeah. But it feel the same. It under-delivered. There were so many parts where I'm like, oh, shit's about to pop off, and it didn't. Like it would, but not to.
Not to the degree in which you wish it would.
Yeah, exactly.
Pause.
Yeah.
But yeah, like to me, it felt like this movie didn't really know like what identity it wanted to take because it didn't feel like necessarily like a mummy movie. Like,
I told you stop.
you stop?
You stop.
It didn't necessarily feel like a mummy movie to me. Like it was almost like they were trying to do The Mummy, The Exorcist, and Evil Dead. Like I was expecting
yeah.
at one point for them to show like the book from the Evil Dead.
I'm like, where's the monster?
Yeah, like because there's a scene where one of the characters, she runs from the cops and she starts digging in the sand to pull something out, and they're like setting it up to be this like big reveal thing. And in my head, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be the Necronomicon, the book from Evil Dead. Like I feel like that's what's gonna be displayed and it's gonna be revealed that this is part of that universe, whatever.
Right.
But it wasn't. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like, but I was expecting that. I don't know why. Like, I think it's just because the designs of the the creature, the mummies in the movie, they looked like the what are they? The Deadites from Evil Dead.
Oh, okay.
Like they looked just like them.
And then also in the Mummy with Brendan Fraser, like they have like that Book of the Dead, you know?
That's true.
Like, so, like, I feel like maybe you're going into it with this, like this idea that like maybe that there's going to be like this Book of the Dead type scenario,
Possibly.
you know, that explains things.
Yeah.
And it didn't.
Yeah. And I'm not really a big fan of like the main actor in it. Like it's the boyfriend from Midsommar. The one he's like wants to break up with her, but ends up inviting her on the trip.
Oh yeah,
And like it puts in the bear suit.
yeah.
Like it's that guy.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't know. Like he just seemed kind of just whatever to me. Like
Bland.
a little bit. Like there was some parts where he would get like emotional, but it just felt like very scripted to me. But I mean, I did like the visual effects of it. Like everybody else did a pretty good job, like in convincing me of what's going on. You know, and there's like some decisions that were made too that I was just like, I don't know, like. So the premise of it is like this little girl gets kidnapped at the beginning.
I was gonna ask like if you can give like the synopsis.
Yeah. So this little girl gets kidnapped at the beginning of the movie. And like at the same time, there's like this big dust storm that's about to happen because it takes place in Cairo. So this big old like dust storm is about to happen. The dad is chasing down the person that kidnapped his little girl, but gets caught up in this dust storm and go to the police. And then like it's like a quick scene where they go to the police and the captain is like insinuating that he had something to do with it. And then it just jump cuts to 8 years later and they're living in Albuquerque now. And in my head, I'm just like, if I was a parent, I would not leave the country until I know either like my daughter's found or
the body's retrieved.
Yeah, like something. Like why I would not leave.
Like some sort of closure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they leave and then they kind of, I get it. They're trying to keep things normal because the wife was pregnant at the time and now she has like an 8-year-old daughter and then they had a son also. And they're kind of doing these like activities and just acting as if like a normal family, like laughing, eating breakfast, like I don't know. To me, I'd be like, I'm fucking traumatized. Like, you know, like I've had this member of my family that had gone missing and had no idea what happened. And we just leave the country. Like, I don't know. I didn't buy it.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. And then like they have which I thought at first was like the housemaid, but it ended up being the mom's like mother. So the grandmother. And I feel like she was there for like the comedic relief. Because a lot of stuff she was saying was like, oh, okay, it's funny. And then to me, this
underwhelming though.
It was a little underwhelming. Just like the story beats of it, the way everything transpired. Like,
that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Because even didn't the Tom Cruise Mummy?
I never saw that
also kind of flop though.
Yeah, that one bombed too, but I never saw that one. So I'm not sure. It was pretty graphic too. This one, it was pretty graphic. Like there was a part where they're like, it looks like they're, she's cutting her toenails, the daughter's toenails. Oh, they find her, like they find her like in a they find her 8 years later. She's in a like 3,000-year-old like sarcophagus. Yeah, it's crazy. And then her skin looks wild, like it looks crazy. Like it just looks like it's dried out, like jerky, like leather almost.
How did she like survive?
So
does it explain like
in a way it does, yeah.
Like did she eat?
Well, like
where did she shit?
it in a way it does, but it kind of like spoils something in the movie.
Oh, okay.
So, but there's a scene where like the grandmother, she's like brushing her hair, And then the mom, she's like trying to cut her toenails like super thick and long, and like they do a lot of close ups of like the nail clippers getting close, and just that noise of just like her putting pressure, and it's just you're anticipating something. And then she gets to the big toe, and she's trying, it won't cut, and she's like putting more and more force, and she ends up ripping it off, and it comes with like it comes with like a whole thing of skin from her shin, just comes off.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like yeah, and you're just like, what the hell? And it's revealed it's because like it's like some bandage almost like that has like these heretic hieroglyphic like writing on it that's supposed to like I don't want to, because it'll like kind of spoil something.
Yeah.
But it's like all over her body, basically, and like it's not really like her skin. It's all bandage wrap, basically.
Interesting.
But yeah, like so there are like it's gruesome. It's pretty gruesome. It's graphic, you know.
Yeah, because that sounds kind of brutal.
Yeah, but there's just like also little nitpick things. Like I had mentioned something when we had walked out of the theater, where when they finally find her, they take her home, and she's in a wheelchair. She's like pretty catatonic, just kind of twitching, and they're trying to take her upstairs. So it's like the husband and wife are pulling the wheelchair up the stairs, like they're struggling. They finally get upstairs, get to her room, and then to transfer her from the wheelchair to the bed, the husband just picks her up like nothing and puts her in bed. And in my head, I'm like, why didn't he just carry her? Like the whole time, like what was with the whole struggle of going up the steps? Like, just fucking pick her up, dude. Like, come on.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, like there was just a little nitpicky things like that was kind of annoying to me. But it was whatever. I thought it was whatever.
Yeah. So overall, it was like underwhelming
for me. Yeah.
Okay.
But I can see why like a casual like horror fan or a casual moviegoer would like this movie.
Yeah, but someone who's like super into like, oh, what is this installment of The Mummy?
Yeah.
Gonna bring? That person would feel disappointed.
Definitely.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I mean, like, I'm glad to know that, you know, because I didn't watch the Tom Cruise Mummy movie only because of like the reviews that it got.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. The Brendan Fraser Mummy,
those are sick,
bro.
Yeah,
those are sick, dude. And they're making another one.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. And like, don't get me wrong. Like, I saw the one with Jet Li. It wasn't like, I mean, it's
that one I never saw.
Yeah. It's got that trilogy factor going on. You know, they're taking a good first movie, they're making the sequels to it because of money, but it just every time like I see like these mummy movies, they end up like, for me, like they just sound constantly like they just flop in comparison, you know? And as far as I know, when it comes to like say The Mummy, we have like the original Mummy from Universal, and then there's like the Brendan Fraser Mummy, which is also Universal, you know? And that one's doing that kind of reigns supreme.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think this would have worked a lot better if they just fucking went head first and was like, you know what? This is an offshoot part of the Evil Dead universe. Because then I'd be like, oh, this was fun. Like this was like just dumb fun. Like
or not call it The Mummy.
Yeah, or not call it The Mummy. Yeah. Like if they just come out and be like, oh yeah, this is part of the Evil Dead universe, I'd buy it. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
That's crazy that you like that. That's kind of like where you first went with it.
Yeah. But like when if you see it, when you see the way like the Mummy looks and acts, like, okay, yeah, like it would make sense if it's part of the Evil Dead universe.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then the whole exorcism part of it is also like, because it like kind of involves like possession in a way, and it's just like it didn't know what it wanted to be.
Yeah, because it was more of a possession movie then.
Yeah, it definitely was more of a possession movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And it does get brutal. Like there's a couple scenes where I was just like, oof. So, but as far as like the story and just how everything goes down, it's kind of like, it felt lazy.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. I wouldn't call it a bad movie.
But it wasn't great.
Yeah, I was just, like I said, it was just like, okay, it was cool. It was cool.
All right. Right. I feel that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'd stream it.
That's fair. that's
I probably wouldn't buy it, but I'd stream it.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But yeah, that's
That was just today, though.
that was just today. Yeah.
Did you watch anything else?
I have been watching that one movie I had mentioned in the group chat, Shelby Oaks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the one by
That YouTuber,
the YouTuber, right?
Chris Stuckman. Are you familiar with Chris Stuckman?
No. What is he in?
Were you ever like would you ever watch movie reviews on YouTube at all? Ever?
No, never.
No? Okay. So this guy, I became familiar with this guy because I love watching movie shit. Like, and like analyzation of movies or just video essays on certain movies. Like, I became familiar with him, I believe because of Eddie and Birdie. They introduced me to this guy on YouTube because he had a video series where he would analyze movies that are necessarily like overly hated, and one of the ones he did was Signs, and that's when it made me realize like people do hate that movie. I'm like, what? Like, really? I love that movie.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, and so I watched it, and he breaks it down, like goes deep into detail on the movie, and it made me love the movie even more.
Yeah, and you appreciated his take on it.
Yeah,
because it spoke to you.
Yeah, and then whenever I would talk to somebody about that movie, I would send them that video. I'm like, watch this. I mean, nobody ever watched it though, because it's a long video.
Mm-hmm.
It's like some nerdy shit, but I love that shit. So that's how I became friends with this guy, and he does movie reviews online, and he could be harsh at times, but then he started working on his own film, and he's done his own like short films and stuff, like self-produced, self-finance, and he finally got the opportunity to make like a feature like film, I believe with Blumhouse, and Mike Flanagan, like a great director, like endorsed him, put in his own money to help finance it as well, and so I was like, oh shit, like Mike Flanagan's involved, like I'm down. And then he started getting like kind of weird on YouTube. Weird, when I say weird, I mean like I couldn't take his opinion on shit serious anymore, because he had I think he like did his like a fan edit of, I forgot what movie. It might have been Batman versus Superman, where he did like a fan edit script and put it online so people could read it. And it was supposed to be his version of like making that movie better. And people like took a shit on it, clowned on him for it, which is the internet. It's going to happen.
That's hilarious.
And he made a video about it saying how like his feelings were hurt. Like he's super like,
for people
what the fuck?
Doing
like,
what he was doing.
Exactly. It was almost giving the whole like, have you ever seen those videos of guys like when their like girl breaks up with them and they're like, it's a video of them crying like, oh babe, I love you, like I'm sorry. It kind of gave that, like it was giving me those type of vibes,
like remorse.
Yeah, like, oh, feel sorry for me type shit. And then he started saying like, oh, I'm not gonna do negative reviews anymore. I'm only gonna review movies that I like, and it was because he didn't like that was happening to him. So I was like, oh, dude, this guy's like annoying now. Like I can't take his opinion serious anymore. And this movie was made, and it took him a long time to finally get it released. And when it finally came out, a lot of the reviews were like kind of bashing it, So I was like, oh shit. But I wanted to check it out for myself. So I did. And I hated this movie. And I think it's only because I had watched so many of his reviews, especially of horror films.
So you were expecting better.
I was expecting better because
it's a horror film.
It's a horror film. All the shit he would complain about in other movies, he did in this movie. All the shit he would talk shit about in all these other horror movies, he does in this movie.
Can you give an example?
Jump scares. He was one of the first people I remember hearing about, like, making jump scares like worth it, like not just a jump scare for the sake of having a jump scare,
He wants to make jump scares great again.
Basically.
Okay.
So like, for example, like the jump scares that he would talk shit about is like, say it's a scene of somebody going like in a dark room because they hear a noise, and then they hear the noise behind them, and the music just goes like that, and they turn around, but it's like a cat or something.
Oh,
And it's just like, oh,
Oh, okay.
that type of stuff.
Yeah, like
The
out
psych
of
out.
context.
The psych out, yeah.
Yeah.
So he does a lot of that in the movie. And the movie had so much potential. Like when it started, the first like 15 minutes, I was like, oh, dude, this is awesome. Because it starts off mockumentary style, where it's supposed to be like a true crime documentary about this woman who had gone missing while doing a video for her paranormal YouTube channel. And like they're interviewing like family members, and that's it. That's what it feels like. Like it's like it looks like a documentary, and like even the interviews, like I was like, oh, I'm in. Like this is awesome.
Yeah.
And then it switches to being an actual movie,
Oh,
and that's where things start going downhill.
Damn. So you think that if they would have kept it like mockumentary style, it would have been cool, like Blair Witch style?
It could have more like Lake Mungo. I don't know if you ever saw that one.
No.
Like it was more in that style, like because there would be a lot of like interviews with family and stuff, and it could have, but the way the movie plays out, I don't know if it would have worked. But it's just, oh man, like it's unfortunate because he is a YouTuber that I did used to enjoy his shit, you know, and I tend to want to be the person to be like, you know, support small filmmakers, you know, support indie filmmakers, and I would love to. It's just it was bad, dude. Like it was just bad. Especially, it made him look like a hypocrite because of all the shit he used to complain about, and he ends up doing in this movie. It to me also, the movie comes off as like someone who doesn't. How can I explain this? He's very obvious. He very obviously comes from a religious background. Like it's very apparent in this movie
What makes you say that?
because of the way everything plays out. Like, the whole like the villain of the movie is a demon, and it looks like a shitty Baphomet. Like it looks like a guy in a rubber suit who's supposed to look like Baphomet, and like
Okay, the go ahead and like the
but it's like a
fingers.
buff guy, and he always looks like a silhouette almost. And like whenever you see his reflection, his eyes are just glowing red. It doesn't even look like fire or anything. It just looks like laser pointers almost. And I don't know, just the way everybody acts in this movie, like the dialogue, like because he wrote it as well. It to me, it was just giving like, oh, like I used to be religious, now I'm not, and this is my
Like it was too heavy handed.
a little bit,
Okay.
But this was almost like a "see, I'm not religious anymore" statement in this movie.
Oh, like trying to platform.
Yeah.
In a way.
And almost because I believe he used to be Mormon and he left the Mormon church,
I mean,
so that it makes sense.
yeah. Shout out to that fool.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, the movie had a lot of potential. Like, if he would have kept with that idea of making it look like a mockumentary, I think what killed it, his like creativity for this movie was when he got more money for it.
What do you mean?
Because like, I feel like when you have less resources, you're forced to become creative.
Yeah.
So like, if he didn't have as much money for it to bring his vision to life,
So like to hit the easy button, right? I get
Yeah.
with more money, I can hire people to do something
yeah,
that like otherwise I would be in a position to do myself.
yeah,
But then doing it yourself might let's just say it's not going to be beautiful, but it's going to be rich,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, and you could tell he tried to use that money like a lot. Like, the visual effects were not that good. There's a scene where there's a character who gets levitated by the demon in the air, and it very obviously looks like wire work because the way they move, like from the ground, they kind of like go like this, like up. It just looked weird. Like it looked like wire work, like big.
Yeah,
time.
like it was too obvious.
yeah. So
Mm.
and then
And I mean, like you can get away with that in certain movies.
yeah, I mean the story, like the idea of the story, it was awesome. Like it's basically this woman. She runs a YouTube channel called Paranormal Paranoids, and it's like a big hit. and because they constantly catch like shit on camera to the point where people start calling bullshit and like, oh, like it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. So they decide to investigate one of the most haunted places in America according to this world, and it's called a town called Shelby Oaks. And so they go, and she starts feeling like this dark presence. She's like, I don't want to be here. Like, we got to go. And like, it's all caught like from footage that they like found on their camcorders.
So like found footage.
Yeah, like that's how it's like displayed.
Mockumentary style found footage.
And then because they're interviewing the sister, and she's like, yeah, you know, like I watched the tapes, and she's always had this thing where like since she was little, where she like would have these nightmares, and she always felt like a dark presence. And then it shows like these clips.
Okay.
It shows like these clips, and then it shows she's the last tape they show. Like there's like a text on the screen that says this was the final look of this person before she disappeared. Like there's another camera that has not been recovered yet, but this camera was recovered at the cabin where the other 3 people that were involved in the video were found dead, but she wasn't there.
Oh, so it provides like that context.
Yeah. So it shows the video and shows her like she has the camera, she's talking to it, she's crying, and she's all like it's like glitching a lot. And then she hears like a noise, and she leaves the camera's rolling still. She opens the door, and then like you just see her like have like a shocked look, and then she like goes out of frame, and the camera's still rolling, and then you just see like a guy walking, and he's like looking out the window, but you don't see his face, and then that was it. And they're just like, what the hell? And so they're like interviewing the sister at her home, and I'm like, this is still supposed to be like a documentary. They're interviewing the sister, and somebody knocks on the door while the film crew, they're like, oh, should we stop rolling? And they're like, no, go ahead, keep rolling. And then so they film her get up, and she walks to her front door, and she opens it, and you just see a guy standing there like crying, and all he said was like, what did he say? She let me go. And the sister's like, what? And then you just see a guy put a gun to his head and blast himself. And then when he does that, it like goes slow motion, and like you see the camera transition from being a documentary to being an actual movie, because then the perspective changes to like in front of her and looks super cinematic, and it's like all slow motion, and she's like yelling. You see blood splatter on her face, and then he falls, and he's holding a tape, and I guess the tape from the other camera that they never recovered. So she watches it, and it shows like the other people she did the videos with, shows them getting killed, and it shows her walking out of the room, and then this guy approaching her and like binding her and taking her away. And so the rest of the movie is her being like, what happened to her? Like, I need to find her.
So when that transition happens, because that really piques my interest.
Yeah.
Because I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
How did that look?
It looked great.
So that part, that transition from it being like,
the transition looked great, because like I said, they're interviewing her, so the camera is like and like set. It looked like a set on a table, like from the angle.
And she's doing like the testimonial or whatever.
Yeah, and then that's when the door like knocks, and so she gets up, and the camera doesn't move. She just gets up, so you see her walk away in the distance towards the front door, and then the front door opens, and that's when you see the guy.
And then it turns into a movie.
Yeah, like right when the gunshot happens, it turns into a movie.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, and like even has like the credits start rolling, like almost like an intro,
like the movie just started.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I was like, oh hell yeah, like this is fucking awesome. Like I'm loving it so far. But then once like the whole investigation of her trying to find her sister happens, like it's just like
it just started to fall apart.
Yeah.
Oh, that's when the money kicked in.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for real. No, for real. No, seriously.
Oh, dude. Word.
But yeah, like there are some actors in it that I recognize. Like there's an older woman who comes out at the end of the movie, who I know I've seen her in other stuff. I can't remember off the top of my head. But the guy that plays the husband of the sister, who's the main character of the movie, I was looking, I was like, damn, this guy looks really fucking familiar. Like, where do I know him from? Have you ever seen the movie Empire Records?
No.
Have you seen Empire Records?
No.
Okay, so it's like, kind of like a spiritual cousin to Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's a character in that movie it's like a teenage kid who tries to steal CDs from the record store, and they catch him. So they're holding him there until the cops show up, and it's the actor that played that kid. So I was like, oh, okay, like that's where I know him from. But other than that, I didn't recognize anybody else in this movie, and the acting was just kind of like, you could tell everybody was like a rookie, except the main actress. She did her best. Like it wasn't terrible. She did her best with what was given to her. It's just the rest of that story is just kind of like, dude, what happened?
I'm curious to know like what like the broader reviews are going to be on this film, to see what it does for like what he's gonna like what like this filmmaker can do in the future.
I hope he takes it constructively.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, either.
But he has a history of not taking criticism well.
So that's because
Yeah.
I mean, like as a I'm a creator, right? So, and if I were to get like super bad reviews on something that I did, dude, like it would very much discourage me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It just, I feel that, you know? So I'm just curious to know like which way this filmmaker will go with it. Cause what you're describing to me is like a really cool movie.
Yeah.
It sounds like a really cool movie.
Starts off really cool.
It kind of falls apart because of just whatever, you know, like what stands out to me is you're saying like him doing the things that he would criticize in his videos.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, like, so what would make someone do that? You know what I mean? Like if if you're so convicted in those things, like, I mean, I'm not a filmmaker, right? But if I were to make a film, the things that I would criticize, I would very much go out of my way to avoid those things and whatnot. But like, you know, I wonder what the motivation is. Maybe the money, or whatever, you know. I wonder what motivated him to go that route. And I wonder how much that maybe affected like the quality of the film, you know?
Yeah, I think also what kind of skewed my view of the movie was the fact that I am familiar with him. Because I feel maybe if I didn't know anything about this guy, I'd be like, you know what, as a first outing, this was decent. Like, this was cool.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So like it's kind of if you were to go see one of my movies, right?
Oh, that just sucks, dude.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna go in with it like, okay, I want to give this like because I know you.
Yeah.
You know, I know your brain. I know what you like, what you dislike, just from listening to you.
Yeah.
You're gonna go with it. You're gonna go into that with a different lens.
Yeah.
So you maybe think that that's kind of what happened, maybe.
Probably.
Okay.
Probably. Because I haven't really looked up reviews on it. So
I'm curious to see what the objective like opinion is.
I know. But I mean, it's streaming on Hulu, so if you want to check it out. It's not that long of a movie. Maybe like an hour 40, maybe.
Normal runtime?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you own it?
No. I'd stream it. Maybe once.
That's hilarious.
What about you, Juan? What was the last movie you watched that
Did you
wasn't
watch
The Mummy?
anything?
I don't watch much movies. So
No? How was that show you went to recently?
Which one?
The one you asked, I think it was at 1720? Was it?
Oh, you mean
Skinhead?
Oh, Blood for Blood?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Pretty cool. I had never been to that venue.
It was at 1720, right?
No, it's a Garden Amp.
Oh, that's right. In Orange County. Garden Amp. I like that venue. It was outdoors or indoors?
It was outdoors.
Outdoors, okay.
I had never been there before.
I've never been there either.
Felt really awkward.
Yeah, they have like all those seats.
Yeah, all the seats and
the pit area is pretty small.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, it was very weird walking into. I'm like, wait, where do I go?
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, people are going off in the pit, so I'm just standing in the stairway.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you can't stand in the stairway. So I'm like, so where do I go from here? And I'm like, all right, might as well go in the pit. But it wasn't crazy. I mean, all those bands that played, they're all sing-along bands.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And
you can't go wrong with shows like that, dude.
Yeah.
That's what I like about punk shows. Because like all punk songs are like sing-along songs. I mean, so are hardcore songs, really. But that, I mean, that's the fun of it.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
that your first time seeing Blood for Blood?
I had seen them at the Glass House like a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember what year, but I had seen them at the Glass House.
Do you remember who with?
I don't remember the show that much, to be
Damn.
honest. Because it was in like maybe 2010, 2009.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But the show was cool.
Yeah, this one was cool. Their set was, they didn't play any of my favorite songs, so I was disappointed in that. I'm like, oh.
Who else played?
It was Human Garbage opened.
Hell yeah.
Shout out Aldo.
Shout out Aldo.
Yeah, that Conservative Military Image.
Oh, sick. Damn, that's a good show, dude.
Yeah, then Skinhead, and then Blood for Blood.
You didn't know
Dude.
about this show?
No.
It was like a 3-day thing, right? They had one at Garden Amp. One, I believe one was at 1720. And
No,
then-
they played either the Belasco or
Oh, you're right. You're
the
right.
Wiltern. I
Yeah,
don't
one of
remember.
those. Yeah.
Oh, that's a dope show though.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Skinhead's sick, dude.
Yeah.
That's a good band.
What'd you think of the venue overall?
It's an awkward venue. I didn't like it. I did not like it.
I've been there a couple times.
I've never been.
It's a perfect venue for older people.
Oh, thanks. The first time I went there was for that. What was it? Was it the Trust Kill showcase? It's the one where Bleeding Through and Beyond Repair played. It was like an anniversary type.
It was an Indecision.
Indecision Records.
Yeah,
There we
Indecision Record.
go. Yeah, Indecision Records, like showcase, like the anniversary type show.
Okay.
And I remember I was able to like be side stage, I guess you could say, during Bleeding Through, which was nuts because like that was my first time seeing that band ever.
Oh shit.
And I remember being really into that band in high
Yeah.
school. So that was pretty nuts to see. But I did like the venue. Who else did I see there? I went with Anna to see, who was it? Fuck. I can't remember who it was, but where we had sat down because they have seats there. But I did like the venue. I know there's like an indoor part too, because like if you walk past the stage on the right side, there's another building and they have shows in there, and it's super small. So I know they have shows in there sometimes, like badass hardcore and punk shows in there. But I do like the venue. The parking sucks though.
It was pretty easy. I mean, there's street parking, and then they have where you can pay across the street.
Oh, we parked like way down the street.
Yeah, because it was like $15. I'm like, I can pay $15. Don't even have to walk that far.
Yeah. But yeah, I do like the venue. I wouldn't mind seeing another show there.
Yeah, I've never been.
No?
Mm-mm.
Damn, fucking poser.
Yep.
Yep.
It's like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Damn. So how are you feeling about the show that we're presenting?
Nervous just because, like, you know, it's the first show that I've booked in a long time.
I've never booked a show.
And it's the first show that Betamax is doing, like the hosting, if you will.
I think by the time this episode comes out, it would have already happened.
It already had happened. So, this is recorded before the show. So, if you were at the show,
It was sick.
yeah, like it was sick. Dude. You know, like I guess I'm just nervous because of one, like we don't play a lot, right? And every time we do play, like I get the nerves. Two, it's a new spot, you know, and I don't want it to be something that, you know, is a bad time.
Yeah.
You know, I like anybody who's a vendor that has reached out that wants to do that I've connected them to the brewery. Like I hope that they're there and it's a good turnout for them. You know, I hope that, you know, people show up and are very honest about their donations. And I just hope that people are respectful of the spot. And I hope the spot sees, you know, like how many people are going to be there, you know, and gets the business that they're looking for from hosting these events, you know, because I'm just trying to help.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm just trying to help, you know. I'm just trying to find a new spot for us to do shows and events, because I don't want to just do hardcore shows there. I want to do other things. Like I want to explore more like hip hop from the area, like more hip hop culture stuff. Like I'd like to do like a hip hop event where we just do DJs and MCs, and like I can build out like, you know, graffiti walls, you know, and then we can film something where we like, you know, people, we provide like the spray cans and they hit it up, and then while they're tagging or whatever, we can ask them about, you know, graffiti culture. You know what I mean? Like I see a lot of potential in having a space that's willing to share with like what we're into, and make it mutually beneficial in that way. So like I guess like the nerves are just trying to make sure that gets satisfied on both ends. You know what I mean? Like the people who want to come see a good show are satisfied at having a good show that they went to at a cool spot, and then the spot is satisfied by the business that gets brought in. The vendors are satisfied by the exposure and the business that they get, and the Showcase Theater documentary. Like I hope Logan gets a little bit of money out of it so that we can get physical copies of this of IE punk rock history. You know,
Yeah.
Or I just want to see it. You know, like I just want that to come to fruition, and I know that ought to include a physical copy, and I want one really bad. So I guess like I'm just nervous going into it, you know, for a multitude of reasons, because like a lot of it is just it's on me, you know, and I also want to do good by Insano Imperio, you know, I want to also help put that on the map, you know, and that's a collaboration between us, and I want that to be a collaboration that continues to happen. So, you know, me being the person that just kind of overthinks things just naturally, I can't help but to just have like the nerves just flowing on multiple levels, I guess, you know. So I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good time. I'm excited for it, but you know, the respectable amount of nerves, I suppose.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not unreasonable to be like nervous about all those things. But usually when I show up to the thing, you know, I have my routine and I get into my groove. You know me, dude. Like as soon as I get like my hands like busy, like it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I know that I'm not alone. So always for these things, like going into it, I have that like everything's resting on me, like feeling. But then when I know that when I get there, I'm gonna have other people that I get to depend on, which gives some relief, you know, and that's good to know. So I'm looking forward to like how all that plays out, and it's gonna be a good time. I know it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be fun.
That's what's up.
I'm looking forward to like it going off, having a great time, and then like it being something that they're like, oh, you know, like let's do more of these, you know, and then just we can have a spot to do whatever the fuck we want, you know, because all they really want, dude, is to bring business to the brewery.
Yeah.
You know, like they were gracious enough to share with me some intimate aspects of their business, and like it's one of those places where when I asked like, hey, how much does the venue want, they said they don't want anything. They just want people to show up and drink beer. You know, so like that's unheard of for a venue, you
No,
know.
for real.
Yeah.
So, and I'm the kind of person that thinks like all punk shows should be a benefit show. That's just my philosophy. I love that idea. Yes, everybody should be able to kind of like make money off of what they're doing, you know, merch tables, you know, like if a venue and a show or a fest is set up, people get paid. Of course, like everybody works hard at this stuff. People deserve. But like, dude, like to be able to, as a community, do something that benefits a cause more important than just, you know, us rocking out. That's what it's about to me. So this venue kind of provides that space for that. And I really want to just have have it be a good situation and a good relationship between ourselves and this business, so that we can have a space, they can have business, we can do something good for the community, music, and then outside of that, that'd be cool, so like I said, nervous in a way because of all that, but excited because
I'm excited too.
I'm a person with big ideas, and like this show is gonna be fucking awesome, dude. 100 pesos, and I'm trying to make it all like local bands. Bound to Violence, like, bro hits me up all the time, like, good guy, dude. That's a dope band, and I to be able to showcase more IE stuff. My thing is like Hardlore once made a comment, like, in passing, right, where they said that the IE was like a B market, right?
Oh.
And that kind of always just that triggered me, dude.
Same
Like, I'm
here.
not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it kind of triggered me because, like, I'm from here and I know that there's so much a history here, right? Like, to the point where, like, you cannot include like Los Angeles punk and hardcore history without including IE because of places like Spinkies and Showcase and stuff like that. Bands like Chain of Strength. So like offended in a way, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
but like not like where I'm just like salty about it, but in a way where I feel motivated to be like, no, that's not true. That's not true. And I see like the bands that are going that are doing their thing right now, and the people that are doing their thing, dude, like Spin Kick Fanzine, the Spin Kick Hall, like Smoke 909, like I big ass truck. I love that stuff, dude. It kind of, it makes IE, I don't know, like relevant in a way. And I like that. I'm proud of that, So like when I hear like the B market in passing comment, in a way I can't help but to feel like, damn, like I want to be involved in making that not a B market. Like, it's like I want bands to come out here and play here. Like when they're touring, I want them to play in LA. I want them to play in San Diego. I want them to also play in the IE somewhere.
Yeah, because think of it. Carry On's last show, where was it?
Showcase.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, it's a legendary place, and we don't have anything like that anymore. So I feel like it's kind of like on all of us to kind of find those spaces and make the most of those spaces and do our best to take care of those spaces the best we can. And LA has the same problem. They have a similar problem. Like it's hard to keep venues. It's just the way that it is. So, but Los Angeles being like the entertainment center of like the world, you know what I mean? Like I guess it is a little bit easier to have like that be like the epicenter of those things. So the IE, to me, like there's people out here, there's bands out here, there's places out here, and it's fun. It looks different, but it's not a B market. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, so like I got a chip on my shoulder in a way about those things. Like I said, no shade to Hardlore or anything like that. Like, it's like I said, like it was like something they had said, like it makes sense. It makes 100, like they're right.
Yeah.
But it's hard to be from the IE and then to be like, I don't know about that. Like you're just like, you're not from the IE. Like you don't treat it like that.
Yeah.
Like it's like a stepchild because LA's right like an hour away. You know what I mean? And it's hard for me to not feel like motivated to kind of like, I don't know, be involved in making that not the narrative, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is one small part, my effort, everyone's effort in this. So, I hope that if you went to the show and you're listening to this now, that you enjoyed yourself.
I hope so. Yeah, because I follow the Packing House Brewery on Instagram, and they had posted. I think they had a show last night.
Yeah, it was like a punk show.
Yeah, and they moved all the tables because remember we
They
had
moved all the tables.
Yeah, we had when we went to check it out. Like we were talking about that. Like I wonder if they'll let us like move all the tables. And yeah, I saw in the video that all the tables were moved.
I'm telling you, dude. When I talked to this guy, like straight up, like I'm gonna be honest, bro said like, hey, it would be nice to be able to pay the electric bill and rent in the same month, right? So when I heard that, and like I asked him all these questions, like how much you guys want from like the door or whatever, and he was like, "Pfft," like didn't give a fuck. Like all they like they are passionate about making good quality beer. And like obviously they're in Riverside, so like they want to serve the community in some way. I can't help myself but to feel like, you know, like hell yeah, I like that. You know, so I don't know, like it's too good to be true, you know, for them to like not want like a profit out of it. Just bring people.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, you know, like I like to party. We all like to party. Let's do it here so that we can party, and then this place can benefit from us partying here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to everything else after that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sick.
Dude.
The first of many Betamax presents.
Damn, a live Betamax show.
Yeah. Hell yeah!
I already witnessed one.
I know. Remember I was telling you about how like when I was talking to George at the Crowbar show.
Yeah.
It was Juan that was with me. So like, and George had pointed out like, oh, did you just interview me? Because that's how I talk now, I guess. I think the podcast has like me doing the podcast has influenced so much of how I speak to people now. And that conversation with George made me realize that.
I feel the same way. You know, like I said, I mentioned like, you know, other people, when they find out that I'm on a podcast, they like, they somehow like work it into the conversation where it feels like we're podcasting, you know,
yeah,
conversation wise. And I'm cool with that, you know, because like in my mind, I'm like, oh shit, like they just sound like they want to have a podcast. Like everybody has a podcast. It's like a thing, you know what I mean? Like it's we're not doing anything special.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, it's a cool creative outlet, you know, and shout out to anybody who's down to do that.
The thing I get a lot too is like when people do like find out that I have a podcast, oh, you should talk about this, or you should do an episode about this.
I love that. I love that.
I don't all the time.
I love all the time, even if it's a bad idea. Because I'm like, I'm down to talk about bad shit. You know, it's just funny, you know?
Yeah, I don't always like it. But I mean, I'm not going to be an asshole about it either.
Yeah,
like,
but it's also not like a podcast that's like super popular.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, and we don't have like, you know, it's not a studio. We have like just homies pull up, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, you're nobody.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just kidding.
You don't have to remind me.
No, yeah, like it was funny. Like when I had my coworker Alex, when he pulled up and he was expecting like a studio, like
Yeah.
yeah, and he was like, oh, it's like I was like, yeah, dude, like we're just in a garage, like it's nothing
special.
Yeah, the most expensive thing about this podcast is the Roadcaster,
Probably.
like because like it's nothing super big, you know. Which I mean, if it gets to that point, that'd be cool. But
yeah, I mean, I'm down. But I mean, like, everybody has like all you need is a microphone.
yeah,
You know,
not even anymore. People just use their phones.
yeah, dude. I mean, I have fun. This is a great platform. It's fun. You know,
All right, so what did you watch?
I watched the Hulk Hogan docuseries on Netflix, 4 episodes long, and each episode is about, you know, like an hour, you know.
Yeah,
It was a really good docuseries. You know,
who
like,
produced it? Was it WWE?
I think so. For sure they did. I know that Triple H was like producer on it. So like there's parts of it where it's like it's my cringy, right? Don't get me wrong. But even in the cringy parts, Like I was able to like I don't. Yeah, I can cringe at something, but like I can still appreciate something in the aggregate, if you will. So what I appreciated about this documentary was it painted a picture about Terry Bollea that I liked, right? It really highlighted, so the first episode really highlighted Hulk Hogan as a character, accomplishments, and what Hulk Hogan character means to not only the WWE but to the wrestling industry in general. Like there's no argument, right?
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan
Change the game.
changed the game. And they go into WrestleMania 1, how that came into to fruition, the role that he played in it, and how life-changing that was for him and his wife at that time, because they were like struggling. Because it's a struggling industry. Like, dude, like nobody took it seriously at that time.
It was a circus.
It's a circus, dude.
Yeah.
So like by the time WrestleMania 1 came around, it was like the thing, and they showed like how like influential it was at the time, being so new. And they showed people like who were not even wrestling fans. They just wanted to be a part of that moment, and it was at Madison Square Garden, blah blah blah, and changed the game, changed the fucking game of wrestling, and changed this man's life, his family's life. And they were like, hell yeah, right? Super cool. And then it starts to get into more of like his personal life. So as the episodes progress, it goes into showing where at some point Terry Bollea and Hulk Hogan, like the lines like became blurred.
Yeah.
And like now fame and the level of fame, because of what this man has accomplished, has intersected with his real life. And like now he can't escape being Hulk Hogan. So now he's Hulk Hogan. Like he's Hulk Hogan. Terry Bollea is like on the back burner, if you will, right? So it does a really good job at portraying how that affected his life. And overall, I thought it was kind of a sad documentary because, I mean, obviously he died. And it was the last footage of Hulk Hogan we could see. So it starts off, he's working out in his gym in his house with his son. And you see him just like in his gym, just like pumping iron, dude. Just, but dude, he's old and he's having a hard time. Like he's not even lifting that much weight, dude. But like he looks good. He looks good for like a 70, 80-year-old man or whatever. And then he was trying to get up, and you can see, oh, and it hurts. And he can't fucking walk, dude. It's bad. And then later in the docuseries, they show like images of like his spine. And they have footage of him talking to like doctors, and then like people weighing in on stuff relevant to this. His back was so fucked up, and it kind of showed like, yes, wrestling is theater, right?
Yeah.
But it's not fake. It's not fake. And this dude is from an era that, like, you know, the medical, you know, and then you putting like fucking steroids in your body, it's the norm, you know. So like you're not going to the doctor, you know, you're focusing on your career and stuff. So it's punishing the body hella much, to the point where like all those bumps so they're specifically focusing on the leg drop.
Oh yeah, dude.
So he was even talking about like, I'm landing on my tailbone every time. Years after year after year after year. Like think about his tenure, right? Dude, his back was fucked up because of that. Like super fucked up, and he never took care of it. and it shows like at this point in his life. And he was making comments of like when he looks in the mirror, and he was like very hard on himself about it, like that he doesn't like looking in the mirror because he sees like somebody that he doesn't recognize, you know. And I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Like that's fucked up because like he's so used to having like this persona that he's had to live for real this whole time, because they get into like the show Hogan Knows Best and stuff, and how ugly that was for his family. You know, they interview a lot of his of Linda, and they go into a lot about how that divorce went down, and it was fucking brutal, dude. And it's legitimately just 100% of this man being kind of caught up in that matrix of fame and like his responsibility as a character and stuff, and it kind of like becoming synonymous with who he is as a person. So it was really interesting. It was really sad. And my biggest takeaway though, Jimmy Hart, dude. That dude is such a good homie.
Oh yeah.
He is such a good homie. No matter what that dude went through, all the highs and lows, like him going, bro, lost his fucking mind, bro. Like the steroids, the career, all that shit, it fucked him up. And he was in a bad place. Like all the mistakes that fool made, I get it. Dude fucked up because he was in a fucked up place. I get it. Doesn't excuse.
Yeah.
It provides an explanation, if you will. It's like, damn, that sucks. But Jimmy Hart stood by that fool's side through thick and thin, like Samwise Gamgee, dude. I can't carry for you, but I can carry you, you know? And he stuck through it. And like it showed like when they were doing the 10 bell salute the night he died and stuff like that. And bro, like Jimmy Hart is like sitting there. He's like, this is for you. Everybody loves you. Bro, like he was having a hard time. Like, and I mean, it's Jimmy Hart. So like bro witnessed like mad homies die.
Yeah.
Right. But he rode out for a Hulk Hogan like nobody else, dude. Through this whole documentary, I'm like, that's that fool's Samwise. And I felt so bad for him. So bad for him. He was like the R2-D2 of the story, dude. Like, pobrecito.
Jimmy Hart's always been like a beloved like character, I guess you could say. Because even when Hulk made his last appearance in WWE and got booed out of the building,
he still waved. They showed that shit.
Yeah, but like people were even saying like, even like the commentary on that, like people tweeting or posting anything about it, were all saying like Jimmy Hart doesn't deserve that.
Yeah,
because like even though like they felt that Hulk did, it was like, oh, Jimmy Hart doesn't deserve that. Like,
no,
that's fucked up.
Even in this documentary, they show that moment, and like Hulk's latest wife, I feel like she was the one who kind of turned him on to like a lot of the MAGA stuff. It's really apparent, and he was in a weird place, I think. To me, it seems very apparent that like it was easy for him to feel like, oh, it's fulfilling. It's fulfilling to my soul, you know? And I'm telling you, man, like it's easy to boo something like that.
Yeah.
But like Jimmy Hart, dude, like it was never about none of that. It was only about like, this is my friend and you don't abandon your friends. Dude, I thought that was so sick. I felt so sad for him. I felt so sad for his son. Like it showed his son, like bro wasn't the guy. It showed that the producers in the show intentionally made him do all those fucking tricks and pranks and all that stuff. That's not like he was saying like, dude, that's not who I am. Like they were like that was something that they wanted for the show to make me a little fucking dickhead. Like he loved his dad, dude. and like the Hollywood Hulk Hogan thing was like a midlife crisis. They dive into it, dude, and it's embarrassing. Like they make it seem embarrassing. But he talked about how that was his favorite era, and like he was taking him to all the shows and everything. And it showed him like dressed up in NWO hats and the Hulk Hogan, dude. And I was like, damn, that's like Joseph, dude. Like, damn, that's so sweet, you know. And like, bro, seeing like his dad going through this shit, and then him dying, you know, like, it was really sad, dude. You know. And then it shows like his funeral and stuff. And it shows a little bit like where like Triple H is like, oh yeah, you know, so influential, like, you know, a president getting elected kind of thing, you know. So like it has like its cringy, like, you know, like moments that makes it like a WWE production. But overall, I think it's a good docuseries. And I thought it was really touching. And I thought it was really revealing. And
did they go into like the heinous shit that he said?
100%.
Yeah. Did they end? Was there?
Hold on.
So did they have like? You said they did go into like the shit that he said. Did they have interviews with him before he passed about the shit that he said?
Yeah. So
what did he speak on? Like, what was his like perspective on it?
So he doesn't like act like he's trying to make excuses.
Yeah, because like the reason I'm asking is because, yeah, he said all like a bunch of like racist shit, like some really bad shit, and I think the reason people were mostly more like showing him so much hate was because he did acknowledge it, but he never necessarily like apologized or really took like
that's the thing,
accountability for it.
They do focus on that. They do focus on the fact that he didn't apologize.
Yeah.
And that's what the problem is.
Yeah.
That and even when they interviewed him, he wasn't apologizing still, right? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But what he was doing was acknowledging that he was wrong, right? And acknowledging that that I'm telling you, man, like not everyone is all good and not everyone is all bad, dude. Like literally, right? And the more in the public eye you are, the easier it is for you to fall from grace.
Oh, 100%.
Like nasty, bro.
Yeah.
And this is one of those situations, you know. I feel like what this documentary does is reveal, even when he's talking, like he's taking accountability but not apologizing, right? And I feel like I get it, right? Bro literally is God. Like in this particular world, right? Like think about how fucking it's Hulk Hogan, dude.
Yeah.
It's the Michael Jordan of this industry, right? Like literally we would not have what we have today.
He became bigger than wrestling.
100, like, dude, like the way that this kind of unpacks all that, it's insane. Like he meant everything to wrestling to this day. And I think that was it Alexis?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Kids are asleep then, huh? It definitely shows that the dark side of being someone in that position.
Yeah.
You know, and how like you can't separate yourself from that character in those instances, and how like that could, when you're human, that it backfires on you because you're so bigger than life as a character, but then you're also having to be that character all the fucking time. You know, the one of the other sad parts was when they were talking to Linda about like her, like a moment where she like it was happiest between them. And it shows footage of like, dude, he was such a good dad to his kids. Like when they were so small, it shows, bro, like and it shows like them having such a healthy relationship with each other. And she was talking about like how that was like, like that was perfect. Life was perfect, you know? And then just like the bigger wrestling got, the more he contributed to it. Like it's just like the more it took control of like his narrative. And yeah, dude, like, and I feel really bad for her, dude. You know, she held it down. You know, she held it down for him. Like, and she went above and beyond. Like, she kept herself in shape for him. She was like, she wanted a traditional family scenario. So he was like, he did the thing and provided that for them. And she held it down, and she just held it down and held it down and held it down and held it down by herself for so many years. And it just took a toll. Like, you know, it's going to.
Yeah.
Like, think about it, dude. Like, like he's the only person in that scenario. Like, we don't know what that's like. Like, I don't know what it's like to be Hulk Hogan. Like, so at some point, yeah, it was just evident that like Terry Bollea disappeared, and he's still Terry Bollea, and having to reconcile with that through his life growing as a person was apparent, you know. And it's a tragic story, and and the way that it affects other people makes it even more tragic. So that's how I saw it, and I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I recommend people watching it, and you know, it although it definitely seemed very WWE, like it didn't gross me out. I appreciated it for what it was, for real.
That's good. Just because, like, the fact that it is, like, produced by WWE is kind of making me feel like it's a little biased. Especially, like, after watching that show that they do on Netflix, Unreal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which just feels like a Triple H jerk-off fest.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't like that, dude.
Okay.
It wasn't like that. Like, I don't know. I liked it. Like, I'm telling you, man, like it didn't have that jerk off fest like feeling. It does. I mean, it does, because like they even interview like Donald Trump, right?
Real? Oh, I saw the clip of that.
Yeah. So they even interviewed Donald Trump, and they even show footage. So Donald Trump is like a legit wrestling fan.
Yeah.
And he's always been, right?
Well, he was on there.
Yeah, for sure. But even before that, like they showed like footage of him being like at old ass fucking WrestleMania events, like in New York, and he's like in the like one of the first few rows, and then
I feel like it's pretty obvious too, just the way he speaks. He's very like cutting a
dude,
promo.
that's why everything seems like a fucking WWE. Like politics seems like a WWE episode. Dude.
Yeah.
Like he's a showman.
Yeah.
But like he's a wrestling fan, you know, and even when they were talking about their relationship, I don't know. Donald Trump's a bitch, and like he was talking like, if it were me and I was Donald Trump and I was in that seat talking about Hulk Hogan, I feel like I would have leaned into it a little bit more, like our relationship more, how much I know about Hulk Hogan more. You know what I mean? Because they made it seem like this fool went out of his way a lot to try and be around Hulk Hogan as much as he could.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And at least that's what I got from it. And at the time, Hulk Hogan, like it shows footage of like dude, it showed footage of Donald Trump being like super eager to like be his friend, if you will. And Terry Bollea is just kind of like, oh, that's cool, you know, weird guy. But like you're rich and like, you know, relevant, and you're a fan and wealthy, and that's cool, you know. But like kind of weird about it. He seemed very weird about it, you know. And but they've known each other for a long time, and they've had they've had like some sort of regular relationship, if you will, however that looked. And they go into like how when he was activated after the assassination attempt, He was activated. And that's when he went full like, oh, they try to shoot my hero thing, you know? But like, I'm telling you, like low key, like not low key, like just straight up, like I'm not trying, like not a hater, dude. Like it seems like this dude was so lost as an old fucking man, like just because of that scenario of having to manage being Terry Bollea and Hulk Hogan at the same time and doing a terrible job at doing it, right? To make it healthy for you. After ruining your fucking career, ruining your fucking relationship, all that shit. And it was an ugly divorce, dude. It was fucking ugly. And he meets this girl who's like textbook fucking Christian nationalist type, right?
Jeez.
I'm telling you, dude. Like, I feel like it kind of like he got like baptized and rebaptized because he like grew up Catholic because he's from an Italian family. I loved when they talked about like him and his parents. All that was awesome. But like, you know, he just seemed that like he was very much easily influenced at this point after everything all he's been through, you know, to be saved by this evangelical style church, you know, atmosphere. And it just kind of like, you know, I don't know. I have friends who are conservative, right? I'm not trying to be a hater, but like nowadays there's like this crowd, right? And bro just kind of went that route. And I think that it was really easy for him to do that because of the marriage he was in at that point, and then like where he was at because of his fucking life story. And then just made him be that guy, you know, like the tearing the shirt, like he's like it's fucking Idiocracy and stuff. And they go over like him being booed. The booing intensifies. They show that shit like the caption on it.
Dude,
it's bad, dude.
That shit was hilarious.
But I'm telling you, like, they show Jimmy Hart, the harder they booed, from the perspective they showed in this documentary, like the harder they booed, the harder he waved the flag, the harder he wrote out, like he like and you can see that he was kind of like bummed out about it, Hulk Hogan. But like Jimmy Hart was like right there, like trying to like tell him like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, it was so heartbreaking. So heartbreaking. I don't know. It was really good. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I would watch it again. Like I want to show Alexis so I can watch it again. It was good.
Were you ever into wrestling, Juan?
I was until someone told me it was fake. It's like, wait, Undertaker and Kane really aren't brothers?
Wait, for real?
Sorry.
Wait,
they're
not brothers?
That's what someone told me, and my world shattered.
They're not brothers, and Kane never killed their parents by burning their house down?
Yeah.
So does that mean that Paul Bearer is not their dad?
I don't think he was ever like
Their dad, huh?
Yeah, I don't think that was like the character. Because I mean, his name's Paul Bearer. Like, dude.
No, you know, it did make me realize though, the wrestling has changed a lot, and I think a lot of it has to do with like just like the viewing landscape these days. But like, I miss the candid stuff, like where they're like, you know, throwing motherfuckers into the river, you know, or like at the hospital or at their houses or
I'll take it from here, nurse.
Yeah, or like, you know, like when it was like Stone Cold and Booker T at the grocery store and shit, you know, like
price check on jabroni.
Yeah, they don't do that stuff anymore, you know.
Or no, I think he says price check on Jackass. The Rock says jabroni.
Yeah, because I'll watch it if it's on the TV at the gym. Like that's how I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool, dude. You know, it ebbs and flows. Like right now, it's whack.
Yeah.
Like and they just released a bunch of people, dude. I was surprised too who they released.
I know, I am too.
It's crazy that they would. So they released Aleister Black and Kairi Sane. which are two people that they had storylines building up into WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So I'm just blown away by why they would do that. It's that's wild.
So like, I haven't really been following along with wrestling lately, but I have been following along with like the drama of it because there's apparently like a lot of drama with TKO, which is like they own WWE now,
Mhm.
and I think the president's name is like Ari Emanuel or something like that. But apparently, like, it's been revealed that they have a lot more control over the WWE than was to be believed at first.
Yeah.
Triple H is just a face.
Yeah, like he just kind of like
He's the patsy.
middle management at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't remember where I saw it or where I watched it or whatever. But yeah, dude, the person who was talking was saying that like TKO hates WWE fans right now.
Oh yeah.
Like that's the heel right now. The WWE fans. And that's why and it's like and it's funny because they were kind of breaking it down. Like they didn't break it down, but they kind of just vaguely mentioned a couple of things where I'm just like, oh damn, that makes a lot of sense. Like it does seem like that. Like they're just trying to punish fans right now. Like it's weird, you know? Like weird storylines, like overtly like exorbitant expensive ticket prices. They're fucking brutal, dude.
Yeah.
Like they're nuts. Like just to even check out like a Raw show, like in LA, bro.
Ridiculous.
It's for like nosebleeds. You're talking like 500 plus. Yeah, dude.
It's stupid.
It's crazy.
And then the amount of advertisements on everything now. But what I was reading about those releases that you had brought up was that those came from TKO. It wasn't a WWE.
Yeah, it wasn't a WWE thing. It was a TKO thing.
Yeah. I'm
And
like,
it sucks
damn.
because like even like the entirety of the White Six
Yeah, all
was
of them.
wiped. Which sucks because like that kind of just exists as like
Like
a
tribute.
memorial
Yeah.
to Bray
Bray
Wyatt,
Wyatt.
you know, and Bray Wyatt,
He was a big character. Moneymaker.
dude, I think you could not go wrong with any storyline with Bray Wyatt
Mm-mm.
just because of that character alone. And yeah, I just thought it was kind of sad. Like they were a boring storyline. They didn't know what to do with them. I get it. It's just kind of sad though, you know, because it's kind of like seeing somebody like, you know, when there's someone who passed away, like because they got like hit by a car or something like that, and there's like a memorial, like tribute thing, like on the side of the road, and then somebody comes and picks it up and cleans it up and moves it out of the way, and now it's gone forever. It feels like kind of like that.
Yeah, because now that person is going to be forgotten.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I don't know. I find that sad.
Yeah.
So it kind of bums me out that they did that. I get it, but sad. I think it's crazy that they let go of Kyrie Sane and Aleister Black though,
Yeah.
because they had like Aleister Black stalking Randy Orton, like all leading up into WrestleMania, to where it's like it felt like the storyline was going to be that after Randy Orton loses to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, he was going to have to face Aleister Black, which would have been a great match.
He's him and his wife, Zelina.
It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, Zelina Vega too. Yeah.
Do you see that clip of her? Because she does Twitch streaming.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a clip of her talking about how she didn't like the fact that there's like this wrestling journalist. His name is Sean Ross Sapp. He's the one that broke the news of all the releases. And she basically told him, like, fuck you. Because she was like, thanks for not letting me have a chance to announce it myself. You just had to get the clicks, right? So fuck you, dude.
Damn.
Yeah.
Dude, see, all that tells me is how real life that world is. Like, it's no different from like any other like industry
Yeah.
that you're in. Like, everybody's considering their career growth and stuff, but like it's way more cutthroat because entertainment. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just funny to see like all the, because apparently there's a lot of like internal heat also, like a lot of the like current roster and even management people like hate TKO right now.
I think TKO is what's gonna be what ruins it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think TKO is gonna be what kills wrestling entertainment
probably.
because of money.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean it's not gonna happen overnight, but like I don't know. I've always watched wrestling. It ebbs and flows. It definitely ebbs and flows. It's always done that. Because like at some point writers run out of steam. But like I don't know. Like I feel like that like TKO is too business.
Yeah,
Who is TKO?
it's just like this company.
The parent company.
It's the parent company. They own WWE and
And
UFC. So like they're under like the same umbrella, but
And TKO is like very, very nestled into like GOP. So it's kind of doing the thing where it's mixing itself in with like the political crowd, you know, which I get it. Like politics affects everybody all the time. But like this is where it kind of gets, I feel like it gets kind of ugly because it's big money. And it loses sight of like the heart of it, I think, you know?
yeah, and I think it's very similar to like when we talk about like big movie studios and how all they want to do is do all these remakes,
Yeah.
reboots, or like sequels to shit, or it's because it's being run by people. Like for example, with the movie studios, it's being run by people that don't like movies.
They're
money oriented.
It's the shareholder.
Yeah,
It's the shareholder element. You know, the shareholders, they're not the ones that are in the ring.
yeah,
They're not the ones that are boots on the ground, mask on the face, whatever the industry is, right? And you can any corporation, any industry, anywhere. Because I mean, the business, the company I work for, we have shareholders too. Those fools aren't running around like I do on a daily basis, but we are bound to growing their wealth, you know. And and I feel like that's what TKO Holdings is gonna end up doing,
yeah,
you know. And because it's entertainment, they have to kind of keep it in that circuit.
yeah.
So I mean, like it's just they don't care about the fans.
No,
They don't at this point because they just want we're consumers now. We're not fans. We're consumers.
And to me, like what's crazy also, especially about like the wrestling business, is as much as like the fans shit on it and like constantly talk about how much they hate it, people are still buying tickets.
Mm-hmm.
People are still buying tickets. People are still watching this shit. Just to watch WWE, like if you want to watch strictly WWE product, you have to have like 5 different streaming services.
Word. And like we live in a time where people are financing stuff that usually you don't, right? So these ticket prices are so expensive that I can only imagine. Like, dude, like when I buy like these studio monitors with the sub, I did that shit on Afterpay, right? You know, it's gonna take me a year to do it. It's not a whole lot per month, but like not on the same scale. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's people are at a time where they're going to be utilizing that aspect
Like
or
the
that
payment plan option.
that payment plan option to finance these ticket prices, you know? And like WWE of course wants the money. TKO Holdings of course wants the money. And then we want to see a good fucking wrestling event.
Yeah.
You know? And at some point it's going to eventually get to it where it's like we're not going to get what we're paying for.
And I think also like this past WrestleMania that happened was proof that that's where it's heading. That
Yep.
because there's hardly any wrestling on it,
Mm-hmm.
and the matches that were there like were super short. A shitload of commercials for a pay-per-view event. Like, why are there fucking commercials on a pay-per-view event?
There should never be commercials for a pay-per-view.
Yeah,
event.
but there were commercials, and then the amount of advertisements on everything.
Yeah.
And then like each match being sponsored by a certain thing. Like one match that said like sponsored by Snickers on the ring while they're wrestling.
Yeah, that's now you wonder why I fucking pirata, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I don't like fuck all that, dude.
Dude, it's nuts. It's fucking nuts. It's distracting too. And like I think that's probably why I kind of just stopped watching also. Like I've turned to the whole like I'll watch clips here and there if it comes up. But like, or if I see a storyline that kind of interests me, I'll watch like the highlights of it.
I support the talent.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. Like I'm there for the talent because there's good wrestlers, there's good talent out in there, you know, and that's why I tune. My daughter tunes into it. Like she sees the same things I do. She thinks what she thinks is whack. I'm like, I get that. You know what I mean? Like, I get it's whack. You know. And the thing she likes, I'm like, I get that. Like these wrestlers are sick. These moves are sick. Like their entrance music is sick. These storylines are cool. I get it. Like for me, I'm more for like the aesthetic of it. Like the real like the same thing I've always tuned into it for. But it's definitely apparent that it's moving into like a consumer's market.
Yeah.
You know? And that sucks.
Yeah.
And I think like maybe I'm only aware of that now because like things have moved towards that these days, like, you know, like business wise.
Yeah.
But also I'm getting older, you know? So like I'm kind of seeing it for what it is, you know? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I read a book.
You read a book?
Yeah.
Oh, did you finish it?
Mm-hmm. I finished it today.
What you think?
It is awesome. It's called Notes from Underground by Fyodor Dostoevsky, who is a popular Russian like philosopher, psychologist.
Yeah.
This is an interesting book. It's not very long. So like I listened to it. It's maybe a little over 2 hours long. And it's broken up into two parts. So it's about it's a perspective from it's very introspective. And it's from the perspective of a dude who's just turned like 40. He used to be like some sort of civil servant. And he lives in like this underground like bunker. We don't know his name. So he goes like by like the underground man, I suppose. And he lives in like this basement bunker type scenario. And the first part is just it's like journal entries. Like just kind of him and his thoughts. Like he's in a lot of solitude. He references a lot about how intelligent he is and like how stupid people are. But he also is like really hard on himself. He refers to himself as a mouse. Like he's very like he's very pretentious, but like also extremely insecure. Extremely. And then the second part of the book goes into like him telling like stories. And it's 3 particular stories. And one of them is like him talking to like these coworkers, and they're repulsed by him because he's just like he's super in his head, dude. Super in his head. Like the whole thing is him just like he overanalyzes everything to the point where it's paralysis by analysis. Like, and he's like he's so smart and knows so much, but like he can't like do anything. Like he's like I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, this book serves as like a warning, if you will. Like, don't be this guy.
Yeah.
And dude, he makes a fool of himself. So like so he's talking to these coworkers, and they're gonna go out on this like dinner date or something, and they clearly weren't gonna invite him because he sucks. But he invites himself, and he shows up mad early because like that's just how he is. Like, he's very organized, very
Punctual.
that's who he is, dude.
Yeah.
And he got mad that they like weren't on time, and then they like, dude, like they're like disgusted by the fact that like he's there because he invited himself. They did not want him to be there because he sucks. He sucks because he's condescending, he's pretentious, and he makes a fucking fool of himself. And this one guy calls him out, and he gets fucking humiliated. And so he vows to like himself, I guess, like that he's gonna like redeem himself, like he's gonna reclaim like his dignity. And so he ruminates on this shit for fucking years, dude. Years. I can't remember exactly how long. It could be as long as up to 15 years. But bro ruminates on this forever. And he plans it out, dude. Like, he goes out of his way to plan it out to where he's going to slap this fucking guy. He's like, that's the only way I can redeem my he can satisfy his ego, right?
Yeah.
He can satisfy his ego by slapping the shit out of this guy. And when he gets into the situation where he's going to do it, he doesn't do it. And then he beats himself up because he's a fucking coward. It's crazy, dude. But like, also, this guy is out of his mind. Like, pops off on these fools. Table flipper, right? And then like another story in that he meets like this girl who is like a sex worker, and he's like intrigued by her, he's attracted to her, and he enjoys her company. But like, he's so compelled to prove to himself like that he's intelligent and like, you know, like a good man, that he starts like Captain Save a Ho conversation with her, like to the point where he gives her he invokes like a panic attack in her, because he tells her like, oh, like you're just a slave to this person who you owe money to, like and like you have no one to care for you. So when you grow old and you die, you have nothing in which you will be proud for, and then you'll have no one who's gonna come and mourn your death. Like, he pretty much kind of like lays it out for her like that. And she's like, oh, you're right. That's crazy, you know? And she fucking cries, dude. Like, she's like, she feels bad. But like, it's super manipulative. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's very manipulative because like all he's doing is satisfying his ego. But he's not wrong. Like, I guess you could say that, because I mean, this is written in like the early 1900s, late 1800s. So like it has a very romantic era like aesthetic to it, albeit it's translated out of Russian. But like it doesn't hold back. And yeah, like I said, like he makes her feel like shit. And she has like this anxiety attack, but he's like so intrigued by her. Like, and he has this moment with her where he's very vulnerable, and he starts speaking very openly and honestly with her. And you would think that someone would respond to that like, dang, you're fucking crazy, you're a fucking asshole. And she just like embraces him, and she like comforts him, you know? And he can't get over that. But like, he's just a dumbass. Like, he's just such a egotistical fucking guy, you know? But he doesn't do anything. and he beats himself up for it. Like he's just constantly stuck in his head. It's constant rumination. It's a great fucking book. It's a great book, dude.
How did you come across it?
So I was just like, I was reading, I was listening to Patrick Stewart's, sonnets, it was Shakespeare sonnets, something that he was doing during quarantine. I didn't know about that. And, I'm a huge fan of Shakespeare sonnets. So I listened to the audiobook that they put out from that. He recorded himself doing it during quarantine, and dude, it's super good. And he's like a Shakespearean actor. He's done movies and plays. He's an expert in Shakespeare. So he's reading these sonnets, and sonnets are done. Like Shakespeare sonnets are amazing because they're done. They're written in a certain way. What is it called? Like it's like an iambic. I don't know. There's a certain way that they're written, right? Where each line has like 14. It's not syllables, but like the way that things are said. But it's only like 10 or like 5 words each line, and the first 2 lines equal like a total of 10 words or 10 like cadences, if you will. They're amazing. Great writer. And it's Patrick Stewart did a great job, right? And I just love poetic language. Like when I hear it, when I read it, I just love that poetic language style of writing. I'm so drawn to it. Like Frankenstein, like I'm telling you, anybody who listens to this, right? Read Frankenstein. It is a fucking masterpiece in Romantic era, like poetic prose, like language. Like it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Not like Shakespearean where it's like the like thys and thous, like that. But it's got like that where you have like the delayed payoff in a single sentence. It's hard to explain, but it's beautiful. So I was just looking for more of it because I loved listening to that Patrick Stewart reading, and when I finished it, I was like, I wanted more, you know, and everything that I kept looking up just kept referencing the same things that I've read. So I was trying to dig deep into like more things that I don't know about, and I stumbled on like this group of like this list of like books that are considered, I guess, like psychological fiction, and that piqued my interest. So I checked this one out, and yeah, dude, it was really good, and it made me want to check out some of the other ones that he has. There's a couple other ones that I want to check out. Like one of them is called The Idiot. And they're good because they feel like warning, like a warning, like don't be this guy, kind of thing. But it's interesting because it's also kind of cathartic because I'm a person who ruminates a lot. Like this guy ruminates on like something he said to somebody in a way that embarrassed him in one conversation, in one setting, years and years and years ago, and he chews on that shit years later. I get that. I'm like that. Very much like that. So I really like where this dude's coming from, you know, and like I know Dostoevsky for being like the psychologist, like, you know, so when after reading it made me want to explore some of his other books that are in that realm. But yeah, I just love the way that it's written. I like the introspective Romantic era style of writing where it was like a contrast to like consumerism and like industrialism and imperialism. You know, it focuses more on like on emotion and like the beauty in nature and like the average man, you know, like exploring like what makes people, you know. I find myself very drawn to those things. So I just can't help it reading like books like that. So just in kind of trying to unpack more of that Mary Shelley style, Lord Byron style, John Polidori style. I wanted more of those things, and I stumbled on this, and I fucking loved it, dude. It's such a good book. Like I'm gonna buy the physical copy because I just want it,
Yeah.
you know. And it's and it's opened me up to my next reading list, which is awesome because I feel like it kind of just was stagnant for a little bit. Just because, you know, after I'm telling you, after reading Frankenstein, I was just like, damn, like how can I find more of this? And like not a lot compares to it. It's kind of goated. So I want to find I'm just looking for more of that kind of stuff. And this was very much one of them. And I recommend it. You know, psychological fiction, very introspective in nature. Like it's told from the story of like it's this dude thinking. You're hearing you're it's from the perspective of this guy analyzing like he's at this restaurant or something with these guys, and he's analyzing like the way that they respond to something he said, like with the look on their face. You know what I mean? And the way that it's done where it's just like, damn, I feel that. Like I've been there. Like I'm that guy. Like I get that. It's really good. Yeah, but like that guy's a total fucking asshole. That guy's a total fucking douchebag, dude. Like it's 100% like to show you like this is what you can turn into. You know, low key though, dude kind of sounds like he has ADHD.
Yeah,
because he's like like he's very much sensitive to rejection, failure to launch, super fucking smart, super fucking analytical, but like just can't seem to follow through physically. I don't know, just kind of has like a lot of that going on. It's interesting.
that's what's up. That's what's up. You know how usually I just like abruptly end the episode.
Mhm.
I came up with an idea that I kind of want to start trying out.
I already
Where-
hate it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Where I ask, and as well as myself, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite music release? And it's not necessarily like of all time. It's just one that just pops into your head, and you don't have to give like an explanation or anything. It's just like maybe something you want people to see or listen to.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, for example, my favorite movie, David Cronenberg's The Fly. Favorite release is an album that's actually not out. Well, it'll be out by the time this comes out. But I got a test press copy and I listened to it and I loved it. It's by an artist named Lauren Lacus, or I think that's how you pronounce her last name. The album's called Deadite. And it comes out May 8th. So it'll be out already by the time this episode comes out. But yeah. What about you? Favorite movie, favorite music release?
I don't know why, but the movie that jumps out to me right now is Excalibur. Maybe because I've been thinking about it a lot lately.
Yeah.
But that's a good movie. Not everybody agrees with that, but it's a good movie, and it's fucking packed with stars. You know, Patrick Stewart's in it. Liam Neeson's in it. But it's a good movie. It's about King Arthur and the quest for the Grail, like that the classic story of King Arthur. It's probably the best like 80s style fantasy movie version of that telling. It's a good movie. You know, it's for its time, it's done very well. And I think people, I don't know. I feel like people should check it out if they haven't seen it, and if they have, and if they do check it out, like I feel like I'm interested to see what they think, because I mean it's an old like kind of corny movie, but it's really good. But like as far as music release, that's a good one.
Could be new, it could be old.
New or old?
Anything. You get in your car right now to go to work, whatever. What are you playing? What's the first thing you're going to play? Because I assume you're like me. You put music on whenever you drive somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
What's
if I'm not in the middle of a book or a podcast,
yeah,
then I'm going to put on some music, yeah.
What are you going to play?
Mind Eraser.
Yeah? Any
Yeah.
specific release?
Glacial Rain.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's a fucking hard album.
Damn,
dude.
you're trying to get to work amped up then.
No, dude. No, dude. Like it satisfies like my pissed off.
Yeah.
You know, like my
Angry music.
like my angst
Yeah.
that I feel on a regular basis. It just kind of satisfies that. Like, I don't know. And it's just good. It's just good. It's just good fucking hardcore, good power violence. Like it's just perfect, you know. Glacial Rain is just, I don't know. I find myself just always going back to that one.
Yeah.
Like like a lot.
What about you, Juan? What's your favorite movie, favorite music release?
For movie, my favorite movie of all time is Terminator 2.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I watched that too early. Like I was a little kid and we had a VHS and I wore it out. As soon as it was over, I started over again. I think that's like the perfect action movie.
Oh, definitely.
Hell yeah.
100%.
And it kind of cerebral too.
Yeah.
What about music release?
It depends what kind of mood I'm in.
All right, same question. You're gonna go home, get in your car. What's the first thing you're playing?
I listen to so many podcasts. Most of my music listening is done at the gym.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you're pulled to the gym, right? What are you doing first?
It's always Suffocation and Pierce from Within.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Let's go. Let's
It's
go.
always that.
Let's go.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but if I am going to listen to music, I don't listen to heavy stuff when I'm driving. I listen to like camera obscura.
Oh hell
That's
yeah.
like
Okay.
my favorite thing to listen to while driving.
Yeah, I like to listen to more mellow stuff as well. Like I gravitate more towards like shoegaze when I'm driving.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So that every now and then I'll put on some like punk or like some hardcore metal and you know.
I usually put in something that's pissed off. It's
Yeah.
cathartic. I realized
Hey,
that,
cheer up, homie.
I realized that I have like a permanent crease like right here between my eyebrows
Yeah.
from going like this all the time. Because I'm pissed off all the time, dude. So like I have like a permanent. My brother calls it the hit 'em where it hurts mark.
And what about you, Eddie? All right, we'll see everybody next time.
All right, fuck you, Eddie.